because the scars of their experience is there, and it's holding them back. So they may not move as fast as you want and think they should, but you who are in a stronger position may need to go that extra, finish it, that extra mile. And that's what the father did. He ran towards him, fell on him, and did what? Kissed him. Man, that's asking a lot, isn't it? That person who had wronged you, and you see them coming down the aisles in the church, what do? Do we see them coming down these aisles and walk this way? Or do we intentionally walk towards them? And when we get to them, we give them, a professional handshake. Hi, welcome back. Or do we just grab them with a beer hug? How many know that when people hug you, can tell if they really feel you? A hug that's just... And a hug like... When they hug you like this... my wife was telling me years ago she knows somebody who had wronged her. And she had moved on, and of course, hadn't seen that person for some time. And ran into the person in a public setting, I think in a store or something like that. And she said, she greeted the person, totally forgotten the injury, moved on. But the person could not forget what was the situation. And the person went, hi. And my wife said, she gave that person a big hug and squeeze, and the person could not resist the heat of the love that was flowing. Hello. And before the hug was released, the person never had a choice but to say, oh, I might as well respond. You understand? And that's one of the things that is helpful. We have to give people some passion and some excitement and some strong, passionate embrace that they may fill their lack of. The father ran towards him, hugged him, kissed him, brought him back to the house, and made a fatted calf feast. Let me finish that. I'm going to take about another, quickly 10 minutes and quickly look at the next person, next son. The next son did not do anything like what his brother did. He stayed at home. His father was really good, obedient child at home. But here's the thing. When he heard that his brother came back, is when we are going to learn some things about this second son. He heard that his brother was back and they were having a party in the house, and we begin to see some secret thoughts that was going on in this son's heart. And he said, I am not going in that house. My brother did some things, I just can't let it go. My brother had wasted his resources and have lived some horrible life. My brother has gone to the clubs. My brother had, slept with all these girls, did everything that was bad. He lived righteously. And my daddy now is throwing a party for him? No. He doesn't deserve it. All right, let's unpack this young man's life then. What's going on here? How did we get to know that? All right, let me ask it another way. Do you think this second son was always happy about his brother's behavior?
younger child was spoiled and got his own way, and the older one always had to be the responsible one. So we can infer that there's a possible sibling rivalry
All right,
going
sibling
on.
rivalry. All right, good. Anybody else? What might be happening here?
Praise the Lord. I look at it as a form of jealousy
Jealousy?
from the perspective, looking at it like that because he's the oldest son, right? And back then, the oldest son was everything. They got the voice of everything. And him being the youngest son, I think the father loved the youngest son more than the oldest son. So that's how when I look at that story, that's how I think about it. I think it's from the form of jealousy.
All right, good things. Anybody else? When this older brother wouldn't go in to the party, what are some of the emotions and feelings that was being expressed? Anger, yes. And what else? Hatred. Okay. Yes, anything. What about resentment? Resentment. Now, the young man was at home. So you mean to tell me that he is at home where everything was fine and he had resentment in him? Somebody might be in church or even in this family and has resentment that is hidden deep down. Nobody knows about it. But when the right conditions are present, that which is covered, hidden, will be exposed. And the situation right now is that his brother came back home. And it revealed how the older brother felt towards his brother. There was resentment. There was anger. Somebody said hatred. But what else was also possibly present? Somebody has done wrong. And when they do wrong, what is something that's needful to be present? Yes? Hmm. All right, interesting. Time is against me, but let me just throw these points in. Okay, I'm out of time. Really big time. Unforgiveness was a big part of this older brother's life at this point. He couldn't bring himself to forgive what his brother did. So let me ask the question to all of us. Do we struggle with forgiveness to somebody who have done something wrong? I see a little youngster put his hand up right there. Do you want to tell me why you raise your hand? Oh, wait, the mic is going. All right.
It's hard to forgive people because your heart might not feel it, but you want to forgive them. But your heart might not feel it.
Oh, interesting. So you want to do it, but your heart is not there. So you will say you forgive them, but your heart really. Look at how deep his thoughts are. Hey, put your hands together for him. It's powerful. Powerful. It's true. Some of us go through the protocols and go through the routine of saying, I'm sorry, or I forgive you. But our heart is saying something totally. If you ever, you see, I don't like you, don't trust you, I'm not ever going to let you come back close to me. You're out there. No, you're not my friend. No. Forgiveness is a huge problem. Huge problem. So, Other things to note in mind was that he didn't deal with how he felt, and he allowed it to stay hidden. If you don't be honest to yourself and deal with how you really feel, you will not grow spiritually. You have to be honest to yourself, okay? And say, this is how I feel. This is what's going on in my head. I don't like you. You know, you really hurt me wrong. And you got to deal with it, folks. Admit it, confront it, and ask for help. And even if you don't get help from the next person, but you can ask God to help you too. And he will help you. Now, his father decided that he had to approach this other son as well. Because he did it for one, he has to do it for the other. And what he did, he went now to his older son, and he says, look, he entreated him. He entreated him. It's an old King James Version word, but I think it's really powerful to hear. Some people have to be restored differently than others. Differently than others. You have to find a way to pacify the pain. You have to find a way to comfort them. Sometimes you got to put your arms around them and just give them a nice big hug. Send them a whole bouquet of flowers. You know, send them an emoji that says, hey, I still love you. Whatever you got to do, you have to do it to bring them to a place before you can even help to heal them. The father entreated this second boy, and in his entreating, he actually confronted the older son's behavior. He said, your younger brother, so he put back responsibility on the older brother towards his younger brother. That means we who are in the church, we also have a responsibility towards those who are coming back to the Lord. Yes, we do. And we need to recognize some things. One, the younger brother had actually died spiritually. And he came to himself and is back home. He's still your brother. He's still your sister. She still is your sister. We need to do that. Not because the person did an action that you disapprove of, it doesn't change the relationship. Ouch. Can I take it a step further? Can I dig deeper? Your spouse did something you disapprove of. It doesn't change the fact that they're still your spouse. I'm looking for an amen around here, but we try sometimes to cut relationship because somebody did something wrong to us. No, they're still your son, you're still your daughter. They may be in jail, they may be strung out on the street in drugs, but they're still your son, still your siblings. They're not in a good place. Your spouse have cheated on you, but it's still your spouse. Am I saying that they haven't done wrong? Absolutely not. I'm still saying that it's still your spouse. Ouch. It hurts. Yes, it hurts. And they have a responsibility to do their part. But you know, some of us are like this older brother, that no matter if the person say, I'm sorry, some of us refuse to accept the apology. Ouch. 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 You see, when Jesus drew this story, you think he was just talking in mid-ear, just abstractly. No, it's about us. Because some of us are only able to look on others and don't look on ourselves. Some of us are unforgiving to the nth degree. We like to make people hurt. Can I say that one more time? We want them to hurt. We want them to hurt. You did something wrong? Well, I need you to hurt first. And when I'm satisfied that you've hurt enough, then I may consider restoring you. But that's not how God works. That's not how God works at all. And if God should treat us like how we treat others, man. Well, let me ask the question. How many of us want God to treat us like how we treat the next person? Show of hands. Ouch. Bishop is really hitting hard this morning. The way that Jesus taught his disciples in Matthew chapter 6, he said that we must pray in this manner. Forgive us our trespasses. And many times we don't read the next part. It's as it is dependent on how we forgive others. So if we can forgive others, our Father in heaven will not forgive us either. You may not like that one, but it's true. So some of us is going on thinking that we're forgiven, but we're not forgiven because we have not forgiven our. Okay? We've got to forgive others. I can't finish unpacking this text because so much is in it, I'm out of time. So I'm going to stop. But I've stirred up your thoughts, I hope, that you may consider what it means to restore. Okay? God bless you this morning. And we're going to break right here and move on into our service. Sorry to leave you like this, but I'm breaking my own rules. God bless you. We'll pick up. If you want to hear more, we can pick up on this on Wednesday night. Is that all right?